welcome to the podcast Echo with Vish and myself. So we started this, it was kind of like a really small thought that I'd had that had kind of snowballed a little bit into, I think this would be a really good idea. And Vish and I had done a couple of lives together, a couple of like pre-recorded or whatever. And I thought he'd be a really good person. And I approached you with like this little acorn of an idea, and you were like, actually, do you know what? I think we can really make something of that. And we backwards and forwards names, and I think it was because the Dr. Di Martini, which is our first episodes that we're going to put out there, had made such an impact on me listening to that podcast with Lewis Raymond Taylor, Adversities to Assets. I'm going to give it a bit of a plug there because it deserves it, that I really wanted the opportunity to discuss that. And it got me thinking, how many more people out there, Vish, listen to this stuff and have this overwhelming need almost to discuss it with another person or get their point across or hear somebody else's point? Because the perspective that I heard it from was very different to your perspective, and it actually brought up a lot of different angles on what was said, and I don't think we get that opportunity very often, which was kind of what I wanted, which is what it's escalated into as we've talked about it more. And you kind of did the logo, which is excellent, and the live graphics on the website, which are amazing, and we've already got, I think, a few followers on Instagram. We haven't done anything yet. So I'm really excited for us two to be doing this. And over to you a little bit, Vish, and your thoughts on this and what we're doing.
No, nice one, Angie. Thanks together to, well, first of all, putting the idea out there. And as Angie mentioned, that this literally came out of a couple of lives we did on my other podcast, Soundtrack of Your Life. And we thought, why don't we do something regular? Because, you know, we seem to share a good rapport. And when Angie put the first idea out there about giving your perspective on a podcast, I thought actually that makes sense from someone that listens to podcasts that, you know, are in my interest. So, you know, as a Liverpool supporter, I listen to football based podcasts, and, you know, just from other shows and panel discussions that you learn. So you listen both to learn from it, get other people's perspectives, but also there's also, I think, a part of you that goes, does someone else think like I do?
Yeah.
Like there might be a topic or a question or something that you're like, okay, I want to see what other people think about this. What can I learn from it? Can I enhance my opinion? Am I going to get my opinion challenged? So ultimately we thought, look, Ange listens to a load of podcasts. I listen to it. But between us, we can come up with a bank of podcasts that we can share with each other. So the way this will work is like we share the podcast with each other ahead of time. We both listen to it. And as Ange mentioned, she'll have a perspective on it and I'll have a perspective on it. And it's not about us trying to agree with each other. It's not about just going, yeah, you know, okay, you have yours, I have mine. We look to pose questions, challenge, things like that. And if we disagree, that's okay too. So ultimately we thought, okay, what about, you know, when it comes to names, we thought, like, should it be like the podcast? And I think that someone had already looked that online. Yeah. So look, the echo element of the podcast echo is the perspective of you put your voice out there, and like an echo, see if it comes back. And is it a loud echo? Is it sort of a quiet one? That kind of thing. And you know, this idea started maybe 2-3 weeks ago, so very quick to get running. And we thought, you know what? Let's just start with a few episodes and get the ball rolling. And as I said, we're looking to get some in the can fairly soon. We've done our first one the other day, again, which the hour just flew by in.
It really did.
Yeah, and we could have gone on for even longer, but we thought, you know what, let's leave people wanting more. And look, we want to make this a show where, obviously, we'll put the show out on a weekly basis on our channels.
Monday? Did we say Wednesday? I can't remember. Monday, I think.
We said Wednesdays, I think, just to give ourselves a space for recording, editing, and other stuff as well.
Right. We did.
Yeah, so we want you guys to get involved too. So again, it's not about, you know, agreeing with what we say. You have your own perspective, because our tagline is, it's not about what was said, it's about what you heard. And I will have got something different from Ange, you will have got something different from another listener, viewer, etc. So chip in with your thoughts, and look, if there's, you know, enough momentum on comments, etc., to warrant, you know, revisiting comments or the episode or whatever, we'll look to do that. If there's an episode of a podcast you want to share and get our, thoughts on it in the show, feel free to share that. So the more, interactive we can make this, the better. And look, we're excited to see where this all heads up, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, what we could do is maybe once every couple of months, we could go back through all the comments and do just like a short show, just addressing the comments from people and, looking at what suggestions people have made. So like maybe we could just set a date every like 6 weeks on this particular day, get your comments in, get your suggestions in. We're going to talk about you this week. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, there you go, guys. Live planning for you. This is exactly the thing that happens. We get together and suddenly we chuck an idea out there and it's like, okay, yeah, let's fold that in. So, like I said, we didn't want to make this video too long. You'll notice that this sits at the head of our site or socials, wherever you're looking at this, just to give you guys an idea of what's going on here, what these episodes are about. And wherever you are, you'll find the bank of episodes ready for you to enjoy and contribute to and listen to. So if you're on a channel, if you could do that whole like, comment, subscribe, share thingy, that would help us, in this mystical world of algorithms and all that stuff. You've got our socials to connect with us as well, if any questions, etc., etc. And I think there's nothing much left but enjoy the shows.
Welcome to the podcast Echo, and we look forward to sharing it's not, what is it? It's not the mouth it comes out of, it's the mind it goes into. There'll be lots of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's another way of saying it. It's not about what was said, it's about what you heard. Or, as you said, it's not about what mouth you came out of, it's what mind it went into. I like that, even better. So, welcome to the podcast Echo. We'll catch you in a bit.
Bye-bye.